Good morning. Welcome to your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. Still dealing with some cloudy conditions out there this morning. We are seeing temperatures holding in the upper 30s at the moment, but we have seen the winds start to pick up. We are currently in a wind advisory at the moment and expecting continued breezy to windy conditions today with colder air moving in to start the weekend. Take a look at the current surface analysis. We have a cold front that is dropping through the area today that will bring again much colder conditions as well as some windy conditions. Then we'll see high pressure building in for the weekend, keeping things dry but on the cold side for the most part. If we look at the upper level winds from this morning's balloon sounding, we have northwesterly winds near the surface, becoming westerly in the mid levels and to west southwesterly in the upper levels, with a peak wind of a 140 knots, around 25,000 feet, and the freezing level is at 1,800 feet. Quick look at the local radar. We can see just some light returns remaining from that line that we saw this morning, so the chances of a few flurries in the area looking slimmer by the minute as we go through the morning, but we'll continue to see again those breezy conditions moving through. If we look at the current visible satellite, we can see still some high cloud over the area, and we're starting to see some of the low-level clouds move into the area with that cold air advection likely sticking around through much of the day today, and we'll start to see things really clear up as we get later in the day and into the evening hours. If we look at the GFS for the East Coast for the forecast here, as we go through the day, continue breezy conditions with colder air funneling in for a very cold evening, as well as a cold Saturday. We'll see high pressure building over the area for Saturday. That will keep things dry and partly cloudy to mostly sunny for the day Saturday, and then we'll see that start to move off to the east. We'll see winds turning out of the south, and we'll start to see things finally start to warm back up through the overnight hours and into the beginning of Sunday. As we get into Sunday, things will be slightly breezy again with milder temperatures, and we'll have a very slight chance of some precip moving in the area late on Sunday into the overnight hours. This looks to be a very light in nature with just a sprinkle or maybe a light shower here and there. No real significant impacts expected as this area of low pressure passes by off the coast and a weak upper level trough pushes through. Behind that, we'll see high pressure building back in for the beginning of next week, keeping things dry and mild for the most part. As we go into the middle of the week, we'll have another boundary that will be moving into the area for Wednesday. At the moment, this looks to be a mainly dry boundary, but can't rule out a slight chance of some precip along that boundary as it pushes through during the day on Wednesday. Then we'll see things dry back out for Thursday as high pressure briefly builds in the area, and then we'll see an area, looks like we'll see an area of low pressure tracking into the northeast part of the country, bringing possibly some more chances of precip as we get into the end of the week and into the weekend next week. So looking at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, again starting off in the upper 30s this morning, and then we'll start to see temperatures drop as we go throughout the day today. So high temperature likely right now around this time around 38-39 degrees. We do have those gusty winds at the moment, expecting to continue as we go through much of the day and into the evening hours out of the northwest at 15 to 20 knots with gusts up to 30 knots peaking out, and then we'll start to see those slowly start to tape off as we go through the overnight hours. So we are red for those winds that are above 25 knots. Again, we are currently in a wind advisory, expecting that to continue until we get into the evening hours, and then we go down to an orange risk as we go through the overnight hours. Temperature is going to be fairly cold tonight as we go through into Saturday morning, expecting a low around 16 degrees, but we do have a yellow risk after sunset for those wind chill values below 10 degrees, and going to an orange risk as we do expect to see wind chill values into single digits as we get into Saturday morning. Otherwise, tides running normal at the moment. Looking at the weekend forecast, we have partly cloudy to mostly sunny day for Saturday, still on the cold side with temperatures struggling to get above freezing, expecting a high around 31 degrees, and we'll see the breeze start to pick up later in the day, but expecting to stay below that wind advisory criteria and green for our other weather risk across the board for Saturday. That will continue as well into Saturday night, as we'll have mostly clear to mostly cloudy conditions. We'll see clouds building in as we get into the day on Sunday. Will remain slightly breezy, and we'll see those temperatures slowly start to rise through the evening hours. We'll start off with a low around 28, and then we'll see those temperatures again slowly rise through the evening. As we get into Saturday, we'll see things become more mild with a high around 52, but overall mostly cloudy, and we'll have that slight chance of a light rain or sprinkle later in the day after sunset, as well as a slight chance of some low clouds in the area. So we do have a yellow chance for precip, as well as we'll see breezier conditions for Sunday. So we have that yellow risk for winds at or above 25 knots and yellow risk for those reduced ceilings. If we take a look at the extended forecast for starting next week, we will start off mostly sunny with a mild high around 53. As we go in the evening, expecting the low in the mid-30s and then back up to the low to mid-50s for Tuesday around 54, with a little bit increase in the cloud cover on Tuesday, partly to mostly cloudy for Tuesday. And then as we go into Wednesday, start off around 44 degrees, and then we'll see that slight chance of some rain in the area as that weak boundary moves through. So overall mostly cloudy with that slight chance of rain, but will be mild with a high around 57. And then going into the second part of the week, we'll start off around 40 degrees for Thursday with some partly to mostly cloudy conditions, expecting a high around 55 for our Thursday. Well, that will wrap up our 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again Monday at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day.